In this tutorial, let's take an ordinary podcast and convert them into a motivational reel with graphics, background music, and SFX with Capcut as the editor, and also see the full process of creation from start to finish, step by step, every single piece explained. You can find the details of the assets used in the description box. If you like such tutorials, don't forget to drop a subscribe as a small token for the efforts I take to bring these to you for free. Let me know if you like the edit in the comment section. The idea for this edit came from watching some of the motivational reels that I saw in Instagram and YouTube Shorts. The edit is not about throwing a bunch of icons and flashy animations popping from all sides of the screens, but more on the storytelling side, keeping the content as the main focus and minimal sound effects and BGM to keep the viewer engagement going all the way towards the end. We have our base clip in the timeline. How to find the starting point is something which we have discussed in my prior videos. The link and the timestamp of those would be mentioned in the description box. Step number 1 would be to trim the video, remove the empty spaces and repetition words by clicking on this icon which says zoom to fit the timeline. Go through the timeline and see the empty waveforms. Put your cursor there, click on this split and do the same process all the way through. I'm going to pause this video, do that and come back in a minute. Now that we have the trimmed clip, let's select them and make into a compound clip. And once that's done, right click and extract audio so that we have our audio layer separated from the video, and select this audio clip, go to voice changer, select voice filters, and since I am using Capcut Pro, I do have a few more features available when it comes to adding SFX and other effects as well. Now from this filters, what I am selecting is a pro feature called Ethereal, which instantaneously changes this ordinary voice into slightly dreamy voice, which is the key behind making motivational reels. So once I have selected that,
we are training kids and people to be soft in a world that continuously gets harder. And
can you see the change in the mood of the audio? And can you imagine the vibe of the edit once we add the background music and a tinge of SFX onto it? The question I always ask is, does me as a viewer be interested in watching it, or do I just swipe away because of distractions? The best way to avoid distractions is to keep only those things that actually matters to convey a particular message. No unnecessary stickers, icons or whooshes to irritate the user. Instead, let him see and hear the content and consume them properly. The next step is to make the whole video black and white, for which go to filters, search for BW3. You could select any of these, but I'm going to go with BW3. Drag and drop into the timeline and extend from start to finish. The next step may sound simple, but that's when we need to go through the clip multiple times to make cuts on the compound clip, keeping in mind that in order to keep the viewer interested, every 3 to 4 seconds something should happen in the edit. May it be switching between B-rolls, zooming in or out, or an eye-catching animation or transition to keep the user guessing what's going to happen next. And if you as an editor can keep that curiosity level going till the end of the clip, that's what brings more views to the reel and for your channel. In this clip, these are the points which I selected on which there would be something happening at these points. May it be B-rolls, zooms or transitions. Let's select the initial clip, do Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V to create a copy of that. Put them right on top of the initial clip. Select this one, go to remove BG and click on auto removal. This should rotoscope the layer so that we can place either text or graphics at the back of the initial subject which we are seeing here. Give it some time, and if I hide this piece, we know that the background has been rotoscoped, and right now we can put whatever we want at the back of this particular layer. Let's add some zoom ins to begin. So put the cursor at the start, select this particular layer, go to transform, put a keyframe here, scale it to around 140 and move the cursor a bit more towards here. Put another keyframe and set this back to 100. So if I just scrub through it, we have a small zoom in, and let's go to effects, search for chrome blur, and let's drag this chrome blur effect on top of this. So if I play this,
We are training.
which is not bad. Let me move this effect to the layer here, and for the titles as well as the icon behind the subject, I've prepared a few. So let me bring that and let's discuss about it. So these two are text. So drag the default text, nothing special about it. So this text says are our kids. This is the font, drunk white medium with the yellow color, and the animations which I have provided is for the in effect I have given a blur out, and for the out effect I have given exhale. And for the second text called ready, I have given ZY vigor as the font, and for the animation I have given snow blur as the in animation and exhale as the out animation. And to bring the icon into the initial screen, let me take this icon and put them in between these two layers. And the animation which I have provided is under combo, select the wave absorption. So together, if we play all these things,
We are training kids.
not bad for a start. For the next screen, let's go to the import and bring in the b-roll which I have, which is that of a kid running. So let me place it where it should be, make it center, and find the most interesting point. Just scrub through it here. So right about to jump is where I find it interesting. So let me trim it here and bring the video here, and let me take this piece out and delete this piece. That also works. And let's add a transition in between these two. Let me go to the transitions tab, and under the overlay, select any of the transitions here. I'm going to select mix and drag and drop in between these two clips so that the clip 1 fades slightly and transitions into the clip 2. And along with that, let me go to the effects. Let me also drag the butterfly effect, which is a pro effect. So right around the time when the transition starts, let's also have the butterfly effect. And to make it even more better, let's bring this layer on top of our BW3 so that we have our butterflies in full color rather than black and white if we put the layer below. So let me just scrub it through and see it once again. Right before this clip ends, a frame before that, let's put it and let's see it once.
And people to be soft in a world that
Alright, so let's proceed with the rest of the clip. When we move from this clip towards this clip, what I am planning is to have a small zoom in. For which, let's select this clip, put a keyframe here and go 10 frames forward, put another keyframe, scale the video, but make sure that while you are scaling, the eye line should be as straight as possible. For which, let's go to stickers, choose any sticker which has got a line which you can keep as a reference. I have one here, so let's put this sticker here. Let's go backwards. Let's put this piece here so that his eye line is at this point. Let's move 10 frames forward and bring the eye line at the very same level, and let's delete this piece. And if we see, which is good. And to make the transition between clips even more smoother, you can go to transitions, select blur and choose any of the transitions here. Here I'm selecting bubble blur and dropping in between these two clips, and if we see, which is a bit more smoother than the previous one. For the next section, which is this one, which is a relatively simpler one. So for this, what I am planning is to add a random flash cut effect, which is a pro one. So under the effects, we have random flash cut. So let me bring the random flash cut effect onto this one and add a text which correlates to what he is speaking. So in this screen, he asked, does it really correlate? So we are also adding a text called does it correlate. So this is the text. ZY fervent is the font which I have chosen. I have changed the color of the third line. So select this and add the respective color here, and added a small shadow here. And if I play this piece,
and it doesn't correlate like that guy.
Alright, so that finishes this small clip, and let's move towards the next one. This is the clip where the subject speaks about a particular incident. So I went ahead and searched YouTube to see if I can find relative footages for that. So I downloaded that and brought it into the edit. Let's put that here. And just to add a bit more into the edit, I have added an effect called camcorder 3. So go to effects, go to vlog or scan, where you will see the camcorder 3 effect. So put it on top of this one. We'll see something like this once we play.
Like that guy talking about the tear gas with the seams.
For the next part of the clip, I'm going to keep it relatively simple. So this part, I am planning to put a text which I already have here. So let me drag and drop that into this place.
Is that necessary?
So this is the text. The font which I have used is Poppins regular. The color is white. And for the animation, in I have chosen typing cursor, and for the out I have chosen a glitch. This is what we see at this point.
Is that necessary? I don't know. But...
And from this point, as the glitch is about to start, I selected the clip, put a keyframe and dragged this towards the end, put another keyframe and scale the video. And using the same technique which we have seen before, let me drag and drop our sticker here. Just to make it easy, let me put here, select this one, hold the eye line, go to this place, make sure that I still have my eye lines right. And then delete this portion.
Is that necessary? I don't know. But what is necessary?
Alright, so this piece is fine. For the next section, I have decided to go with something relevant to the script. So basically, withstanding the pressures of the society and upbring the kids. And since there was a film which came to my mind based on the similar narration, I've chosen some clips from that movie that matched the script. Let me bring that clips in. Let me drag and drop towards this point and let's watch it together.
Necessary is you have to build a person that can withstand the pressures of whatever they're going to be dealing with in life.
And just to make it a bit more easy, let me select all these clips and make it a compound clip. The choice of clips is purely up to you, whether it's a movie clip or a stock footage or something other than that. All I was looking for was something inspirational and can be used to show motivation. The reason I made it a compound clip is because I can apply animations on top of that clip. So here I have selected my clip and went into animation and I have applied a fade in so that it nicely fades in to the next clip, and also to align the clip at the bottom whatever I had here. So the values which I had here, scale 162 along with position -663, that is what I applied to the bottom clip. So the scale 162 here and y axis at -663, so that when the clip transitions from this to this, it will keep its dimensions while transitioning towards the next clip. And for the very last clip, since we are ending and that ends with a statement, I wanted the subject to be as zoomed in as possible. So I have selected the clip and zoomed in at 144. So his face is prominent and whatever he says becomes a bit more important. So let's play it.
And we don't do that.
That concludes the editing piece. Now all that is left is to add the BGM and SFX plus captions. For BGM and sound effects, whatever I have used, the list of those and the source would be mentioned in a Notion link in the description box. Please check them out for full details. If you have a Motion Array account, you would be able to download them from there. The reason I cannot put those as download pack is because of copyright issues which can take down the video and the channel strikes, which is a reality. The background music which I have used here is something called The World of Color, which I got from Motion Array. The link is mentioned in the Notion. Please check the description box. Along with that, I've used some more voice like the Remembering Whoosh, which I got it from the Capcut audio itself. The laughing sound, which I got it from Motion Array. The military marching sound, also from Motion Array. Typewriter and glitches from Capcut. Last but not the least, let's add captions, for which let's go to the Captions tab, select English and click on Generate. Give some time, after which it will generate the default captions. Either you could go to the animation, select captions and pick one of the styles here, or you could go to captions, divide the words into 1 or 2 per line so that you have only 2 words per line, and then you could go to the text, basic, then select the font you want and the color you wish. I selected ZY Fervent and white as the color, and I came down to the background. I added a background with some opacity and I have a rounded rectangle so that it gives a smooth round shape for the captions. So that is all, and let's see the finished product one last time.
We are training kids and people to be soft in a world that continuously gets harder and it doesn't correlate. Like that guy talking about the tear gas with the SEALs. Is that necessary? I don't know. But what is necessary is you have to build a person that can withstand the pressures of whatever they're going to be dealing with in life. And we don't do that.
That's it for this video, and in 20 minutes I hope you got a great insight on how these reels are created. Drop a like if you liked what you saw. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next. Your subscriptions help move this humble channel forward, and that helps me bring more such full-fledged editing tutorials for free. Once again, thank you and bye-bye.